You think you have thoughts. But the truth is, your thoughts have you. With every choice you make, every impulse you feel, an invisible voice whispers what you should believe, do, and desire. And what if I told you that voice isn't even yours? It was installed through trauma, through repetition, through a system that profits from your sleeping mind. But there is a key, an ancient code, hidden for thousands of years, that reveals exactly how to reprogram your subconscious using the 7 Hermetic Laws. And that's what you're about to uncover now. This topic was the most voted in our latest poll. And this channel exists with you and for you. Throughout this video, you'll receive 7 powerful keys to reprogram your subconscious mind. Write them down. Practice them every single day, and you'll witness your life transform from the inside out. What I'm about to share has been kept secret for centuries, reserved only for initiates. Now imagine your mind as a lens. But this lens came blurry from the factory, preset to see lack, danger, and separation. Since birth, everything around you has reinforced this fog. The words you heard, the fears you absorbed, the beliefs others repeated. And now, everything you perceive out there is simply the reflection of what was installed in here. Hermes Trismegistus revealed to us the law of mentalism, which states, "The universe is mental." He also shared the law of correspondence, as written in the Kybalion. As above, so below. As within, so without. These aren't poetic phrases. They're laws, as real as gravity. Laws that explain why certain patterns repeat, why some doors remain closed, and why your external reality stays the same, even when you try so hard to change it. And modern science is starting to catch up. In the Stroop effect experiment, participants were shown color words like blue or red, but the words were printed in mismatched ink colors, like the word blue written in yellow. Even when they knew the correct answer, their brain would hesitate. Their unconscious programming interfered with their conscious perception. In other words, your brain doesn't see truth. It sees what it's been programmed to see. So ask yourself, who programmed your mind? What truths were you raised to believe? Did you choose your beliefs, or were they passed down to you? Today, you'll receive 7 Hermetic keys to rewire your mind. And here is the first Hermetic key. Do not identify with your current reality. It belongs to the past. Pause for a moment. Look around. Everything you see was created by your former mind. Every outcome, every pattern, every repeating situation. Now silently repeat, "This is the past. And now I choose to create a new reality with new thoughts, emotions, and actions." This is one of the greatest secrets of Hermetic masters. To use reality as a compass, not a prison. Few understand this. Fewer still apply it. You don't change your reflection by yelling at the mirror. You change yourself, and the mirror changes with you. But most people live like lab rats, running in the same wheel. They see chaos, feel fear or sadness, and with those same feelings and thoughts, they recreate the exact reality they're trying to escape. You don't have to stay in that loop, because now you know. Reality is a mirror. The mind is the source. If this message is already resonating with you, like and subscribe. That single action doesn't just teach the YouTube algorithm. It teaches the algorithm of your own reality to reveal what it was programmed to hide. But if the mirror reflects what's within, how do you change what vibrates inside you? How do you tune your frequency to manifest a new life from the inside out? If you've ever tried visualizations, affirmations, or the so-called law of attraction, and nothing really changed, there's a reason. You were using techniques, with a mind still vibrating in fear, with a sabotaging inner voice, and that blocks everything. The next 2 keys you're about to receive are the missing foundation. Without them, no technique works. With them, everything shifts. Second Hermetic key. Observe your inner dialogue. Do you actually listen to yourself? Do you notice what you say? Right before sleep? When you look in the mirror? Or when things go wrong? Most people live on autopilot and never realize that their worst enemy lives inside their own mind. Neuroscience confirms this. You have between 60,000 and 80,000 thoughts every single day, and over 90% are the same as yesterday. The brain follows neural loops and keeps replaying them like a broken record. But there's a turning point. The moment you start observing your thoughts like someone watching a movie. That's the awakening. The instant the observer separates from the conditioned mind. And in that moment, the reprogramming can begin. Start noticing your recurring thoughts, and you'll meet the voices that have been sabotaging your life. Third Hermetic key. Shift the polarity of your thoughts. Now that you've identified your inner patterns, now that you're aware of your mental dialogue, whenever a thought appears, transmute it. Don't fight it. Don't suppress it. Just shift your vibration. As the Kybalion says, the mind, as well as metals and elements, may be transmuted from state to state, from degree to degree, from condition to condition, from pole to pole, from vibration to vibration. Everything that exists has 2 poles. Hatred and love are simply extremes of the same thing. So are fear and courage. The key is to stop identifying with the negative pole and move steadily, gently, toward the other side. Need a practical example? Take a deep breath. Feel the fear. Name it. Then recall a moment when you overcame something hard. The energy changes. You change. The vibration shifts. And with it, the reality you're creating. Every time a negative or sabotaging thought shows up, mentally repeat a phrase charged with the opposite polarity. This isn't denial. It's the Hermetic art of mental transmutation. Science supports this too. When you activate positive emotional states, like gratitude or trust, there's a measurable shift in your brain's electrical patterns. Beta waves transform into alpha and theta. More coherent, more creative, more connected. That's the hidden practice of Hermetic masters. They don't react to reality. They recreate reality from a new frequency. Most people see chaos, feel despair, and with that vibration, create more chaos, just like a rat spinning in the same wheel. But what if you could stop the cycle right now? Do you feel an invisible force pulling you back to the same place, over and over again? Now you're finally going to learn how to interrupt it. You've started observing your thoughts. You've been shifting your vibration. But then comes a bad day. And suddenly, it feels like you're back to square one. This is the moment when most people give up. But that feeling of going backwards isn't failure. It's actually the law of rhythm at work. As the Kybalion says, everything flows, out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. Nature moves in cycles, tides, seasons, breath, heartbeat. So why would your mind be any different? Reprogramming the subconscious is not a single event. It's a process. Just like you don't change your body in a single workout, your subconscious requires repetition and emotional impact. Every day, you're telling the universe what you want, with your thoughts, emotions, and actions. But here's the real question. Do you hold that new frequency long enough? This is the 4th Hermetic key. Consistency. Hold the frequency. Keep going, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Picture your evolution like a spiral parking ramp. You go in circles. It feels like you're passing the same spot again. But in truth, you're going up. You're ascending the spiral of consciousness. Those who don't understand this get frustrated. Those who do persist with wisdom. But there's one more invisible loop you need to break. may be the most powerful one of all. The fifth Hermetic key is radical responsibility. You complain about the effect, but refuse to look at the cause. You blame the toxic relationship, but ignore the fear of loneliness that kept you there. You hate the unfair boss, but don't see the pattern of submission rooted in childhood. You resent the lack of money, but won't face the scarcity beliefs you reinforce every day. This is the prison of the victim archetype. According to Carl Jung, the victim is one of the most common archetypes in the collective unconscious, and it has a hidden reward: attention, excuses, emotional safety. But it traps you in return. Because victims don't create, victims don't choose, victims wait to be rescued. And here's the truth that hurts, but also sets you free. Everything that happens in your life is, in some way, a consequence of something you thought, felt, or allowed. This isn't about blame, it's about responsibility. Blame keeps you stuck. Responsibility gives you power. There are people in situations worse than yours who still found a way out. And you can too, no matter where you are right now. If you don't know what caused your current reality, ask yourself, what lesson must I learn to break the pattern? What belief, choice, or unconscious script still needs to be transmuted? That's the turning point. The curve of the spiral. The moment when the same trigger creates a new response, and with it, a new destiny. Are you ready for that? Or will you keep running in circles, mistaking repetition for failure, when in truth you're just one step away from everything changing? There is a door within you, a sacred entryway, and through it, every idea, good or bad, finds its way straight into your subconscious. And once it's inside, it becomes your reality. You can either plant or be planted. You can create or be created by others. This is the essence of the mental gender, revealed by the ancient sages and clearly stated in the Kybalion. The conscious mind may be considered as the masculine aspect, while the subconscious may be considered as the feminine. The masculine is active. It sends. It chooses. The feminine is receptive. It receives. It gestates. Everything you see, hear, or feel, especially when you're emotionally charged, passes through your conscious mind and is absorbed by your subconscious. And this is where the danger lies. Because if you don't use your conscious mind to guard what enters, someone else will do it for you. The Kybalion warns us, the masses are carried along, obedient to environment, the wills and desires of others stronger than themselves, heredity, suggestion, and other outward causes. And you think this manipulation stopped a century ago? No, it has only become more powerful. You scroll through Instagram, reels, memes, videos. Messages disguised as entertainment slip past your conscious guard and take root directly in your subconscious. The media defines what beauty means, what success looks like, what failure is. Soap operas teach you that love must be toxic, dramatic, full of scarcity. The news conditions you to expect tragedy. Random comments shape your self-image. You laugh, you scroll, but meanwhile, you're being programmed, and it's far from harmless. As Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. This is why the sixth Hermetic key is mental shielding. You must choose what gets in. Become the guardian of your mind. Build filters as strong as your intention to awaken. Ask yourself, does this idea empower or weaken me? Does this content align with the reality I want to build? Or keep me tied to the one I want to escape? Is this person vibrating in resonance with my new frequency, or trying to pull me back into the old one? You don't have to accept every suggestion the world throws at you. You're not a dumpster for other people's minds. You are a sacred temple, and that leads us to the final key, the most forgotten and the most powerful. The seventh Hermetic key, unity with the all. You are not separate from God. This is not a technique. It's a soul remembrance. It is the end of illusion, the return to origin. Everything in the universe manifests the principle of gender. The all, invisible, indivisible, and eternal, creates every visible form through its feminine aspect. Nature, the earth, the rivers, the air, the sea, the forest. When you walk among trees and feel peace, when the ocean embraces you, when you cry silently in front of a waterfall and don't know why, it's because you are remembering you were never separate. The Kybalion whispers this sacred truth. All and everything are within the mind of the all. Separation was only a mental illusion, a virus in the system. This is the last key. Return to unity. Let go of the illusion of a separate self and step into your rightful place, one with the creative mind, in perfect harmony with all that exists. Nature is the womb of the all, and you are the consciousness awakening within it. To return to that unity heals, frees, transmutes. Can you feel it now? Then breathe. And remember, you are a divine spark, eternally one with the source. You've just received the 7 Hermetic keys to reprogram your subconscious mind. Mentalism and correspondence. Don't identify with reality. It's only a reflection of your past. Vibration and polarity. Observe your inner dialogue and shift the polarity of your thoughts. Rhythm and causality, consistency, and radical self-responsibility. Mental gender, mental shielding, and union with the all. You are not separate. You never were. You are a divine spark, a ray of the all's mind expressing itself in the material realm. Every problem you face stems from one forgotten truth, that the kingdom of God is not outside you. It is within. As the great Master Jesus once said, the kingdom of God is within you. This kingdom is a state of consciousness, and you've just received the map to access it. Listen to this video every day until the 7 keys stop being just knowledge and become your new state of being. Save this video so you don't forget. Share it with someone who needs to remember who they truly are. Like and subscribe. This simple action teaches the algorithm and your own mind to bring more of this wisdom into your reality. And if you want to apply this knowledge to your financial life, access now the ebook, The Key to Prosperity. Inside, I'll guide you step by step in using the Hermetic Laws to unlock abundance. But be aware, the current price is a limited time launch offer and may change soon. Tap the video on your screen. The 7 Hermetic Laws proven by quantum physics. To understand why these are not just beliefs, but the invisible mechanisms behind the entire universe. And remember, you are not here by accident. You've been called, and you are ready to return. See you in the next initiatic journey on the path of Hermetic wisdom.